Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and a very warm welcome to Long Furlong Barn for Roger and Tony's very special day. We are gathered here today to celebrate their marriage, and on behalf of them both, I would like to thank everybody for coming. I'm sure it is going to be a happy and memorable occasion for you all. Now, Roger and Tony, today you will exchange vows which will unite you in marriage. And the words are a formal and public pledge of your love and a promise of a lifelong dedication to each other. Who has the honour to bring Tony to be married here today?
I do.
Thank you. This is the bride's father, David.
It is.
Okay. So, David, do you now give Tony in matrimony into the loving pair of future?
I do.
Stand a bit closer to each other and probably about to be related. So we're just going to start with a few formal words. Now, this place has been duly sanctioned according to law for the celebration of marriage. And we're gathered here to witness the joining in matrimony of Roger Cassidy and Toni Hook, and to celebrate their love and support their commitment towards each other. So firstly, I have to ask each of you to identify yourselves formally in front of your witnesses and guests. Are you Roger David Cassidy?
I.
Thank you. Are you Toni Michelle Hook?
I.
Thank you. Do feel free to hold hands. Now, Roger, do you promise to be loving and loyal to Toni for the rest of your life?
I do.
Thank you. And Toni, do you promise to be loving and loyal to Roger for the rest of your life?
I do.
Thank you. Now, before you are joined in matrimony, I have to remind you of the solemn and binding character of the vows you are about to make. The vows are twofold. So firstly, you declare there is no just cause to prevent you marrying, and then secondly, you may find a contract with each other. Marriage, according to the law of this country, is the union of two people voluntarily entered into for life to the exclusion of all others. And of course, marriage is intended to provide love and friendship, help and comfort, each for the other, both in times of joy and times of hardship. So I'm now going to ask each of you in turn to declare that you do not know of any lawful reason why you should not be married to each other. And Roger, the groom, has the honour to go first. If you'd like to repeat after me, please. I do solemnly declare
I do solemnly declare
that I know not
that I know not
of any lawful impediment
of any lawful impediment
why I, Roger David Cassidy,
why I, Roger David Cassidy,
may not be joined in matrimony
may not be joined in matrimony
to Toni Michelle Hook.
to Toni Michelle.
Thank you. Now, Toni. I do solemnly declare
I do solemnly declare
that I know not
that I know not
of any lawful impediment
of any lawful impediment
why I, Toni Michelle Hook,
that I, Toni Michelle Hook,
may not be joined in matrimony
may not be joined in matrimony
to Roger David Cassidy.
to Roger David Cassidy.
Thank you both. I'm now going to invite you both to make the contracting words with each other. These are very important words because they actually make you husband and wife. So in order to support them, could I ask everybody to stand? And Roger to go first. I call upon these persons here present
I call upon these persons here present
to witness that I, Roger,
to witness that I, Roger,
do take thee, Toni,
to take thee, Toni,
to be my lawful wedded wife.
to be my lawful wedded wife.
Thank you. And now, Toni. I call upon these persons here present
I call upon these persons here present
to witness that I, Toni,
to witness that I, Toni,
do take thee, Roger,
do take thee, Roger,
to be my lawful wedded husband. To be my
lawful wedded husband.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Take your seats. Okay. Do you have a seat, everybody? So we have now come to the part of the ceremony where Roger and Toni are going to exchange their rings and make their very special promises to each other. And we know that today these rings are in the very safe custody of Scott. Okay. Could we have the bride ring, please, to give to Roger? Thank you very much. Before you give it to a bride, I'm just going to tell you about the meaning of the wedding ring. The wedding ring is the ancient and traditional way of sealing a contract. It is an unbroken circle which symbolises unending and everlasting love. It's the outward sign of the lifelong promises right out to me. You'd like to place the ring on the tip of Tony's finger to say these words. Tony, I give you this ring.
Tony, I give you this ring.
As a symbol of my love and devotion.
As a symbol of my love and devotion.
Just as a circle is without end.
Just as a circle is without end.
My love for you is eternal.
My love for you is eternal.
And my commitment forever.
And my commitment forever.
On this day,
On this day,
I give you my hand and my heart.
I give you my hand and my heart.
As we set out as partners
As we set out as partners
in married life together,
in married life together,
I declare my love for you,
I declare my love for you,
and I give myself to you
and I give myself to you
as your husband.
as your husband.
I promise you my love,
I promise you my love,
my loyalty,
my loyalty,
and my trust.
and my trust.
You'd like to place that ring, please. Okay, that's safely in place, please. So Scott, please hand me that ring for Tony to give to Roger. Thank you very much, Scott. You'd like to place it on the tip of Roger's finger and say these words to him. Roger, I give you this ring.
Roger, I give you this ring
As a symbol of my love and devotion.
as a symbol of my love and devotion,
Just as a circle is without end.
just as a circle is without end.
My love for you is eternal.
My love for you is eternal,
And my commitment forever.
and my commitment forever.
On this day,
On this day,
I give you my hand and my heart.
I give you my hand and my heart.
As we set out as partners
As we set out as partners
in married life together,
in married life together,
I declare my love for you,
I declare my love for you,
and I give myself to you
and I give myself to you
as your wife.
as your wife.
I promise you my love,
I promise you my love,
my loyalty,
my loyalty,
and my trust.
and my trust.
You'd like to place that ring on your just They seem to fit okay, which is really
Yes.
And just may those rings be a reminder of the special promises you exchanged with each other today. So, Roger and Toni, you have both made the declarations required by law. You've made a solemn and binding contract with each other in the presence of your witnesses, family, and friends gathered here today. And this marks the beginning of a new phase in your life together, and our very best wishes go with you both. And it now gives me great pleasure to announce that you're the husband and wife. Congratulations. Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
We're going to invite you to come and take a seat at the table. You can sit.
He never leaves the seat up. He never leaves the seat up, or wet towels on the floor. The toothpaste has the lid on, and he always shuts the door. She's very clean and tidy, but she may sometimes delude. Leave things out at your peril, soon they will be moved. He's a very active person, as are all his next of kin, whereas she likes lazy days, and she'll still drag him to the gym. He romances her, he dines her, home cooked dinners and the like. He even knows her favourite food and spoils her day and night. She's thoughtful when he looks at her, a smile upon her face. Will he look that good in 50 years when his dentures aren't in place? He says he loves her figure and her mental prowess too, when gravity takes over, will she charm with her IQ? She says she loves his kindness and his patience is a must. And of course she thinks he's handsome, which in her eyes is a plus. They're both not wholly perfect, but who are we to judge? He can be big-headed, whereas she won't even budge. All that said and done, they have loved, time has spent together, and I hope, as I'm sure you do, that this fine day will last forever. He'll be more than just her husband, he'll also be her friend, and she'll be more than just his wife, she'll be his soulmate till the end.
Thank you very much.
string this out, I think. Speech here. And there's another 10 first one to do. Right, rather than the bride speech, here we go. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is David, and father of this beautiful bride to my right. First off, I would like to say a big thank you to everyone for being here today, as it is your presence in attending this wedding that makes this day special for the bride and groom. It was at least 18 months ago that I knew I would finally have to face the rite of passage that many fathers before me have faced, namely the father of the bride speech. But with 18 months to prepare, I could use that time exploring the internet and come up with something that lasts about 6 to 7 minutes of a really good father's speech. Therefore, with that in mind, I sat down and began writing my speech, researching what needed to be included and who to thank as long ago as yesterday. So apologies if I've missed anything or anyone that I should have mentioned. I would like to welcome Roger and the Cassidy family, Mum Hilary, Dad Jim, and siblings Scott, Philip, Sarah Jane and Angela to our family, and I'm sure they join me in wishing Toni and Roger many years of happiness. Toni, or Ellen as I called her, and still do, didn't have the easiest of starts in life, as she lost her mum when she was just 5 years old. So I would like to say a special word of thanks to her two nans, Enid and Jean, for helping to raise Toni and make her the kind, considerate and loving woman you see today. When she was born, she was what they call a blue baby. So the nurses placed her in my arms, gave me a bottle and told me she needed to be fed. And just like a duckling that latches onto the first something they see upon hatching, so for them that something was eating. And friends and relatives still tell me that growing up, she always had a good appetite and ate everything that was put in front of her. A finicky eater she was not. How you stay sleeping is still a mystery to me. And the reason I mention this is because as father of the bride, I'm expected to offer a few pearls of wisdom for the bride and groom to take with them into the future for a happy and fulfilling marriage. So I would just like to say to Roger, she will rarely, if ever, share her food. But if she should offer you a chip from her plate, don't take the biggest one. And many happy years of marriage should follow. Oh, and a word of advice to the guests. When the street food van starts serving, when the street food van is serving this evening, get in before the bride. Also, I'd like to add, many times in the lead up to this wedding, when I've said to Niven, once you're married, my job is done, she has replied, Dad, you're not losing a daughter, you're gaining a son. So Roger, son, I've got a load of decorating lined up. When I sat down to write my speech, I was going through all the permutations as to what I should say. Should it be funny? Should it be informative? Should it be sentimental? Or should it be all of those things? Even with the help of the internet and many drafts of this speech, none of it seemed appropriate. And the reason was, it didn't matter if it was none of those things. It just needed to come from the heart. So then, I would like to say to you, you have been the best daughter that Dad could ask for.
Go on, Dave.
Not for us, teenage tantrums, or late nights spent worrying where you were. If your mum could be here today, she would be so proud, as am I, of the strong, beautiful woman you have become. Going forward, I wish you and Roger all that love and happiness you could possibly have. We make a lucky couple, and I'm sure you and Roger will have many years of happiness to look forward to. And even though you're now married and go by the name of Mrs. Cassidy, to me, you'll always be my Lily. So could you all join me in raising your glasses and toast the new Mr. and Mrs. Cassidy to Toni and Roger? Congratulations.
Thank you, Dave. Cheers. Thank you for your kind words and welcoming me into your family as your son. That's why I married you. You'll now at least have me on your side in the family arguments, and you won't be outnumbered by the females. Ladies, gentlemen, and H, thank you for attending today. Travelling from all around the country to be here to celebrate our special day. From Littlehampton to London, Sussex to Surrey, and even as far flung as Scotland, I'm sure my dad would tell you how you battled against Storm Clara, Storm Dennis, just to be here for us today. Myself and Toni attended a total of 3 weddings last year. Michael Lawrence, Dan Stacey's, Angela Russ's. Not only were each of the weddings really lovely, special and unique to each couple, I noticed a few common themes. There was lots of toasting. Cheers. And each time the groom's speech got longer and longer and longer. So guys, I guess after all these years, size does matter. And you're in for a treat. As you can see from your table names, they're all places in the world which Toni and I hold dear. Budapest, for example, was Toni and I's first holiday. Abroad, Tenerife was where my whole family went to celebrate my birthday. Las Vegas, where we surprised her dad and H, and this is also where I proposed to Toni. On a clear evening at the top of the stratosphere, overlooking the whole of Vegas, where Toni promptly burst into tears. She cried so much and so long it caused an American couple that was sitting next to us to actually intervene and say, "Is everything okay?" Toni blurted out, "Yes, he's just proposed to me." They said congratulations and gave us $100. Wow, I thought we should do this more often. So, as you can tell, we love to travel, and I'd like to thank you all for your cards and gifts today. I would like to especially thank David, Jean and Ingrid, not only for their generosity in helping this magical day happen, but also their support and guidance, and of course to my parents, to making sure that we were okay along the way. Now Toni, my wife, doesn't she look absolutely stunning? Apart from looking stunning and beautiful, Toni has some amazing traits, which I've now, after nearly 7 years, I'm almost used to. One of which I lovingly refer to as Toni time. No, not like that. But for everyone that knows Toni well, she's late for everything. And I mean everything. On the first day we met, all those years ago at Morrison's, and I believe, if memory serves me correctly, that she was an hour late. I had the promise from the manager that day, if Toni didn't turn up, then I'd be sent home on full pay. As there wasn't any point in training just me, but oh no, Toni turned up. Bounced in like Tigger, like nothing was wrong. I didn't know whether to be annoyed or happy to finally meet the girl of my dreams. We had a break from training that day and went to fill in some paperwork. I remember asking Toni for a pen. As though she couldn't turn up on time, she had a billion different pens, pencils, crayons, and her pencil case. She thought I was an idiot for not having my own pen. Not only was she a good judge of character, but little did she know I had a pen in my back pocket. It was just an excuse to talk to her. After a few shifts, we exchanged numbers and decided to meet for a coffee, and guess what? Toni was late. This theme has continued to this day, and I thought she might actually be early on today, as she was expected to be late. So just throw a curveball, I expected her to be early, but no, she was late. Our relationship blossomed, we decided on pet names. Hers was Princess, because she pretty much gets anything she wants, and mine was to be Monkey. Why, I thought. Was it because I'm hairy? Wow, she hasn't met my brother Scott. Don't worry, he's the best man, he's going to do his speech and he'll get taken back. She then came up with the name Piggy. Charming, I thought. Was it my weight? I thought I was pretty trim at the time, all those years ago. Was it because I had a piggy nose? Was it that I just think about anything? No, it's because she is obsessed with pigs, and thankfully still obsessed with me to this day. We've shared some amazing times together, and I'm positive that we will share lots more as husband and wife. So, to Toni, my beautiful bride.
To Toni.
My brother Scott, my best man. Thank you, firstly, for agreeing to be my best man, and secondly, being very kind enough to let me offer a few stories in your speech. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. But my final thought, and thank you to you, is the most important part. Scott managed to get me back home from my stag do at Oktoberfest in Germany, along with John and Paul, where I couldn't have asked for a better time. And even if I could, what happens on the stag stays on the stag. No wedding is complete without the bridesmaids. To Alexis and Chloe, both look lovely, really, really lovely. And thank you so much, not only for keeping Toni calm, which has resulted in her not running away today, or turning into bridezilla. So, thank you. Lastly, I'd like to thank the venue staff and catering staff. I'm sure you all agree they've done a stunning job today. The food was excellent. So, thank you everyone, and over to our best man, Scott.
Well, thanks, Roger. I'll keep the hair under wraps now. Who knows about that?
So, hello everyone, as you know by now, I'm Scott. I'm actually one of Roger's brothers, two sisters, which means we've got a nice family. And Tony, welcome. You now also have to put up with these guys. Being one of Roger's siblings means that the four of us here literally have to put up with his wit and sarcasm our whole lives. It also means, Tony, now you've got to do it too. It's quite obvious these guys make a brilliant couple. Tony's friendly, she's fun, she's headstrong, and she likes pigs. Roger was also fun, headstrong, likes love, loves bacon and sausage. Pigs, but in a different way. Growing up with Roger has meant we've had his support and his advice, even if he didn't want it. He's been a great role model, always worked hard, sometimes 2, 3, even 4 jobs at the time. He's always been polite, even when the jobs meant a 4:30 alarm call, he'd apologise for the noise, just before slapping me on the forehead as he walked out of our shared bedroom. He's also been a bit of a snappy dresser. He likes his labels. I think it's probably just making up for spending his childhood with thick green glasses and brown corduroy dungarees. Thanks, Mum. As you know, Roger and Tony love to travel. I think we've actually got 2 honeymoons booked over the next couple of years. Yeah, nice. I've been on a couple of holidays with Roger as a younger man. I confirm he's quite a cautious traveller. On one trip, he took all his spending money in traveller's checks. Not wrong, really, didn't he? Unless, of course, you're arriving on the first day of a long bank holiday weekend. You don't speak the language to ask what the cash point is, and you've used up all your spare change on the cab ride over. It's okay, we made it through, and now I can confirm that you could survive on brioche, tin span and beer for 4 days. I could go on, but I think I'll keep it short so we can take advantage of the host's generosity and attack the bar. On behalf of the groomsmen and the bridesmaids, I'd like to thank you both for making this part of a special day. Very brave of you. And I'm sure everyone here will join me in raising a glass and wishing you both a lifetime of happiness. To Roger and Tony.
Thank you.